to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. Today we're looking at AXIE INFINITY, a game we've looked at quite a bit previously, but now some interesting stuff going in there that's worth taking a additional look at. So, AXIE INFINITY, Ethereum-based game using MetaMask, running on a web browser, so quite traditional from that perspective. But what's going on here is a land sale. So we're seeing quite a lot of blockchain games now looking to add complexity into their gameplay and also raise money by kind of launching with kind of characters, in this case AXIEs. So have a quick look here. These are my AXIEs. So you have AXIEs, you can breed them, you can battle them, which levels them up, which means you can breed them. Very similar to what we've seen with kind of CryptoKitties, and to some degree AXIE Infinities is kind of founded, I suppose, on CryptoKitties as a game. But now we've got this kind of much more complex feature set coming out with land, and we've kind of seen this a little bit before with a different sort of project, but Decentraland, which is a more kind of user-generated content environment rather than a game. But they've been quite successful selling land. So land is a token, a non-fungible token, ERC 721 token that people can purchase and trade, but also can build things on. So we're kind of seeing something similar here with AXIE, because AXIE is more of a game. It has more game elements as well. So here we see, quickly have a look here. So we can see here this is the world of AXIE Infinity. And we can see it kind of here. And actually the land sale at the moment, interestingly, is basically a quarter of this. So the whole world is represented by a 301 by 301 grid, with each square representing a tokenized plot of land. So quite a lot of land if you do the maths. So the first 25% is being sold now. Obviously, so there's going to be a lot more land to be sold further down the line, but it's going to be more expensive. And we can see here, it's probably a bit difficult to see, but each of these color-coded. Each of these colours refers to a different sort of land. So we have the bit in the middle, which is called Luna's Landing, which is kind of a place kind of host world events and stuff. And then we have some Genesis block land and some rivers and roads, and then Resource Chimera, which is the pink bits. Those are kind of areas that are not owned by anyone, but they're kind of the spawning points for resources and PvE battles. And then we have the other bits of people that they're selling at the moment. So we have right around the outside, we have the Savannah, and then we have Forest in green, getting a bit closer. Then we have Arctic white, and then we have the Mystic in the middle. So that's what's going on. We quickly have a look through here and see why you want to have land. So land can be purchased, rented, or developed by players. You can upgrade your territory to host shops. Chimera summoning beacons. Chimera are the kind of environmental bosses that you attack for resources, NPCs, access points to dungeons. Independent developers, content creators, and companies will be able to build on top of this land. So we can see a very decentralized thing coming in here. And resources will spawn, so spawn in different places. Each node we'll be able to host a certain number of AXIE parties, and then we have this thing about real-time PvE, so these Chimera things. Play with friends, form alliances, combine land, pool rare resources, produce artifacts, limited edition items. So land's going to be quite important to AXIE Infinity. The one thing that does strike me about this is pretty ambitious kind of stuff. To date, as we see, AXIE Infinity has been a pretty basic kind of game. This is adding probably, I don't know, 5 times the complexity, 10 times the complexity. So it'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off. And obviously, the fulfillment of this kind of vision is a long way down the line. Possibly, I would think, in terms of a roadmap, this is like 2019, probably into 2020 to build this kind of stuff. And there's no the issue with blockchain games at the moment is to have this kind of success. Certainly, when you're talking about alliances and this kind of stuff, is you need a lot of players, and certainly no blockchain game has that at the moment. AXIE Infinity doesn't. So the interesting point will be if it can build up its community to the level where into which it's suddenly moving from hundreds of players to thousands of players, which is not a simple thing to do. Anyway, that's a bit further down the road. Let's go and have a look at this purchasing thing. So we can see here actually. The sale has been going pretty well. So the Savannah, this is the cheapest one. We can see here there were 5,349 chests available, all gone. The Forest chest, so there's same number of those. when it there's only 200, so they sold not quite half of those. Then there's the Arctic ones. There's less of those. Obviously, depends on what on how that kind of map plans out. Not sold so many of those. And then the Mystic chests, which are the most expensive ones, we can see it actually sold quite a lot of those. So as kind of typically happens, the cheapest ones go first, but the most expensive ones kind of sell quite well as well, because they're seen like they're obviously more valuable, but they're seen as being relatively more valuable than buying lots of cheap ones. We can see here also the plot of land. What you get in this chest is you get the plot of land, you get at least 1 Mystic, 3 rare or higher, and 6 common items, and a chance of Genesis land. So you have these kind of extra kind of gigs. Whereas if you had this, if you could have bought the Savannah chest or did buy the Savannah chest, you get a plot of land, at least 2 rare and 8 common items to put on your land, but you no chance of a Genesis land. So also interesting to see, you can pay in different ways. So we've got what we expect: Ether, Fiat, Loom, the Loom network token. So AXIE Infinity is using Loom sidechains. There's a stablecoin DAI, Mana, which you mentioned, Decentraland, Engine Coin, Binance, Wax, Kyber, what's that one? Basic, what's it called? The browser, Brave browser coin, basic attention token, and a few other things as well. So there we go. So I am going to actually do this. So let's go and buy one of these, shall we? I'm not going to buy 20. It's kind of interesting that when you move it, it defaults to 20. It's like, yeah, right. You can buy 100 if you want. So let's go for the cheapest available option, the Homer Simpson option. So let's see if we can do this. So I don't really know what I'm going to get. So obviously we're using MetaMask, and there we go. So it's going to cost me $17.15. Bit of gas in there. So there we go. So transactions been submitted to the Ethereum blockchain. It would be interesting to see how you were doing if you're paying for fiat. Actually, if you're going for fiat, are you going through the Nifty gateway? So that's a you can see here it's the same, slightly more expensive, not very much, but obviously you have to be able to be buying this with a fiat gateway. I wonder actually what if we're doing Loom, what would we do? What would be fired up there? Waiting for token approval. I was going through MetaMask. I don't have any. I don't think I have any Loom. So no, let's just ignore that. Right. So but saying that, let's see what's going on. So I do wonder what will actually happen here. No, that's the one that's the Loom one we're messing around with. So we're pending on this one. Let's expand the view on that. And have a look at this one. So looking on Etherscan, see what's going on. Estimated confirmation duration 15 hours. Doesn't sound like fun. So I guess what I'm interested to see here is actually what I get at this point, because I don't think land at the moment is not live. I don't think. I don't know when it will actually go live. Aha! That's who said. If we're going to the inventory, so this is on the AXIE web page, we can see there's a transaction pending for Forest Chest, so that's correct. And I wonder if it will show me on the map where I've got it. Oh, there we go. That's cool. So let's see if that is updated now. Go where you right. ETA a few seconds. Well, that's got a bit more positive, isn't it? This obviously is the issue with blockchains, that you have to wait for the block to close, and then you have to wait sometimes for a few more blocks to get confirmation, and everything has to update. I'm interested in this map, if it's showing me where my block is. It's saying still here. Okay, so it's not actually... No. Nothing yet. Any jokes? Okay, so we do have a forest chest to unlock finally after a little wait. So let's see what we get. Is that it? Have to tap it again. Oh. No. Looks like it's having a bit more of a think, doesn't it? Oh, what's this going on? Have I got to... Is there a gas? Okay. So I need to sign. So it's not. That's not a. Not even a gas transaction. That's just a transaction. And this is what I got. I got a stellar totem, epic, a rare cozy wool cap hanger, a rare patterned side table, a rare jade snowboard, a rare autumn shrub, a rare patterned side table. Oh, 2 of those. A rare drum of war, a rare ginger snow globe, a rare empty broken jar, doesn't sound very rare, and a rare red paper propeller. Okay. Now what do I do? 10 items, that's 10, yeah. Okay, now, do I get something on the map? This is what I'm interested in. Aha, so yes, saying 1 forest. So, where is my forest? You are here. But, oh. So it doesn't really tell me where I am, does it? I don't think, unless I'm missing something. What's that? Zoom in. No. Well, no doubt that will become apparent when this part of the game actually launches, I guess. It'd be nice to know where my plot is. Maybe they don't know where my plot is yet. Obviously, it'd be better to get a plot with one of those little one of those little pink bits in, rather than one that's up here. But that's the luck of the draw, isn't it, I suppose? Okay, so there we go. Anything on here? So, okay, it's interesting. So let's have a look at these. So let's see actually what we get. So with the totem, emits high frequency sound waves that boosts my AXIE stats by 7% when battling Chimera. That sounds useful. The shrub increases XP by 5. Okay. The cozy wool cap hanger increases the HP of all fuzzy, wet dog, and yak AXIE. Don't think I have any of those. That's a bit specific, isn't it? 10% morale. Oh, that's on Savannah Land though. I haven't got that Savannah Land. Okay. AXIE start with a tough beta buff when on Arctic Land. So this is not meaning so much to me now, because obviously I'm not. This part of the game isn't live yet, so I don't really know. I guess because I own these, it must mean that my AXIEs, even if they're on Arctic Land, because obviously this isn't Arctic Land, this is Forest Land, they're going to get all these buffs and stuff. I wonder though, if I have two pattern side tables, do they get 20% buff? Or do they only get? Is it basically I need to sell one of those? I imagine probably I need to sell one of those. Otherwise, people will just be getting 100% buffs, wouldn't they? Okay, well that's a bit more interesting. Anything on the map? No. Okay, well I think we'll leave it there. So yeah, so AXIE Infinity, a game that kind of is certainly at the moment going places. I think it obviously visually looks really nice. They've got a strong roadmap. I guess the case in point now is actually getting players into that roadmap and kind of fulfilling some of that vision. So we will see what happens as the game rolls out and as my land becomes actually something useful. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So Blockchain Gaming World is all about the world of blockchain games. We do videos about what's going on there. So if you're interested in that as a subject, please do subscribe. But thanks for watching this video and hope to see you again soon.